is implement a worldwide lockdown, a worldwide vaccine mandate. No questions asked, no parliaments, no congresses, no legislatures voting, no politicians, no public debate. If countries sign on to this document, Mr. Biden would be, if he signs this, he's going to be surrendering American sovereignty to the United Nations. It's not, but it's not a treaty.
It's just an agreement.
It's an agreement. But the way they do things now, this started under Obama. I would say you could go back to Bill Clinton's signed gun control treaty.
Well, that's right.
Right.
Yes.
Although it was never ratified by the Senate. They're not even bothering to send them to the Senate anymore. They're just having a president sign it and saying, we're on board. So they're setting up something, and when you read other articles about it, Doc, there's not a lot that's come out lately. You have to go back to the beginning of the year when Mr. Guterres made this proposal. He ties it into 2030. And the inference that you get is the United Nations is behind schedule on implementing the 2030 agenda. And somehow this emergency platform is going to get them caught up. But you'd have to have an emergency.
That's right. That's the key to all of this. So many of the details that the UN emergency platform were laid out back in March of this year in a policy paper titled Strengthening the International Response to Complex Global Shocks, an Emergency Platform. Now, in that paper, the UN Secretary General writes, I propose that the General Assembly provide the Secretary General and the United Nations system with a standing authority to convene and operationalize automatically an emergency platform in the event of a future complex global shock of sufficient scale, severity, and reach. Well, that's pretty open-ended there. How would you define a complex global shock?
Well, first of all, Doc, the United Nations doesn't have any authority.
That's right. Governments only have power if power is granted to them. And there's no power granted to the United Nations.
The United Nations is not a world government. It wants to be, but it's not.
Right.
But he's talking...
This could give them that power.
Yes. And he's just assuming it, just proposing it as though they have a world constitution, a world charter that tells them they have the authority to order nations to obey them. But look what he says. United Nations system with a standing authority to convene and operationalize automatically.
Right.
An emergency platform in the event of a future complex global shock. If you would talk to a lawyer about the words that are here, standing authority, convene, operationalize automatically.
That means to set into motion.
Yes, automatically. Means when it's set into motion. Automatically, no debate. The UN determines when it goes into effect. I hope everybody understands what Joe Biden and Antonio Guterres and others are planning, and that is they are setting in motion the worldwide structure to lock down the entire world.
And given the opportunity, we know they will do it. Absolutely will do it.
And to order a worldwide vaccination. Anything that they want to do.